Okay. My name is Joy Milf, and welcome to our show, Joy Milf and Murda Mac.
For guidance, here we go. Boom, cat. Ba-boom, cat, cat.
No.
Boom,
I'm about to leave.
cat. Welcome back to the Poor Guidance Podcast.
Welcome back, y'all. It's your girl, Joy Milf.
Boom, cat. Boom, cat. Cat, cat, boom. It's your girl, Murda Mac.
Because I'm tired of
That's the end of Poor Guidance Podcast.
Right. Welcome
I just
to
ruined it.
Yeah. Welcome to this episode of Poor Guidance.
Welcome back. We know y'all been tuned in.
Yep. We appreciate all the support. Everybody giving us positive and maybe not so positive feedback.
That's
but hey,
right.
we here. We're going to get better.
That's
We're going to get more views and more views and
That's
more
right.
views. Okay.
Don't try to act like y'all know us when we blow up.
Yeah, exactly. So y'all, I want y'all to keep that same energy, not watching us. Why are we so negative right now? Why are we being, okay. Anyway.
All right, come on.
All right, so this episode, what are we talking about, Miguel?
All right, on this episode, we don't really know. We're going to wing it on this one, y'all. We're going to talk about...
We can get travel.
We're talking about travel on this podcast.
We're talking about travel on this podcast.
No, for real. We're going to talk about how you get into your destination.
How are we going?
I mean, I personally only go on private jet, but in my dreams.
You can catch me on Megabus.
Right.
Because that's, I get there by any means, okay? I'll be there, just know that.
Right.
But, what?
Well, I was saying, like, now, though, they do have those private jets where you can, like, it's, like, reasonable price. It'd be, like, $300, $400.
For what?
To fly from Las Vegas to California, like, to LA.
Okay.
So it makes it seem like, it's almost like a, like Uber or something, like you.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
You can do the private jets and stuff.
Yeah, I had never even.
It ain't on the East Coast yet, but once it is.
Yeah, we looked up prices when we went to Thailand, and you know they were under $1,000 for us. But then we looked up, like, oh, maybe we could fly business class.
Yeah, for sure.
What was it?
$17,000.
$17,000.
Well, that was first class. First class was $17,000, I think.
That's like a year at Howard.
What? That's a down payment on a house.
Exactly. Finance.
Literally.
In a program.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nah, that's actually ridiculous.
I literally was like, we started laughing because that's how much of a joke it was.
She was like, let's call the airline, see if they really gonna say $20,000. Like, yeah, that's the price.
They did.
Exactly. But yeah, so we got the PJ. We know we could fly on the PJ. We got a little bit of time, a little bit of more money to get before that.
Before I'm doing that, but
yeah,
we gonna be there too.
But airplanes, I'm definitely for. Of course, clearly we for the cheap flights,
right?
And finding that.
I'm all for the deals though. I probably ain't going if it ain't a deal.
Yeah, but the different areas, okay, of a plane. So there are levels to this.
Levels to the ship.
We definitely have first class, business class, you know.
Economy.
Spirit. And then spirit.
And then spirit.
Then you got the fetal position.
Right.
That's, you know, on the bus too. But on a plane. But the thing about it is Spirit is more spacious than a lot of like Allegiant and Frontier and stuff like that. You just can't recline.
Right.
On any of it.
But and two, you can put your bags in it. Like, it's always space up top. I don't have a problem. I ain't never been on Spirit,
She's
but
never been on Spirit, but she's like, I'm fine with it.
I feel like Allegiant is in the same category.
I think so too. The planes are certainly smaller.
Allegiant?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never been on Spirit, but Allegiant I think is a decent size.
Legroom.
It's the same with Frontier, and they have carry-on space. So I'm like, once you finesse your way with your bag back there,
right?
You put that shit up at top.
We definitely do like the big cooler bags. Like, this is my purse.
This is purse.
And then be trying to have it on the other side of the way that
got
the lady's
heels
taking
hanging
the
out.
Yeah, wearing everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to.
But then beyond the plane, say if it either doesn't take that long or if it's cheaper, we do have the train.
Train is an option.
Yeah,
I ain't been on the train since elementary school. We went on a field trip.
I've done like the train from like Jersey to New York, certain parts of Jersey, Baltimore to DC, which is all pretty short, but I know it's way up above. Well, not way up, but it's better than the bus. I like it. Right. It's quieter.
Right.
A little bit more expensive.
It's a little bit faster too, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Maybe like an hour, at least from New York.
Yeah, I know the Amtrak is real popular around here.
Yeah. I like the train isn't bad. It's just for the most part, if I'm catching a train from here to New York, I can catch a bus for sure for only a small fraction, and then also it's just, I could catch a plane if I wanted to go to New York for the price that the trains give. So
first off, if you're flying from DC to New York, you got money.
Put me on. Whatever it is that you're doing, put me on.
You got money because the megabus is literally $16 round trip, and that's if you pay it on the day of.
Maximum bags and everything. You get to bring your carry-on, your luggage.
Speaking about megabus too, I like that you can, especially we like that you can buy a seat. Like they have a couple where you can reserve a seat, so it'd be like $7 extra, worth it. For
sure, yeah. Instead of, first of all, I'm always running late to the bus anyway, so to know that my seat is waiting for me is perfect. And sometimes it's only like $1 more, $1 or $7, depending on where you're sitting. But that extra seat assignment, now on planes, y'all can put me wherever. Y'all literally can put me in like
it's all the same.
Wherever. I'm not really paying for that. But for the megabus, when you can select the seat, I'm definitely doing that because it's worth it. And then also, you don't have to worry about sitting next to anybody if I ever am riding with. So I'm for that.
I feel like too, a lot of times, the last couple of times we've been in New York, we've taken like the 3 a.m. bus or come back on a 3 a.m. bus or something like that. So you can literally show up at 2:55.
Yeah. I hope they don't leave you because, first of all, we're not going to talk. I feel like it's a whole nother, the people that work for buses in general. So buses is probably about the last one we going to take to get to wherever we going. But the people on Megabus or even the Chinese bus, I don't know if y'all have ever caught the Chinese bus.
Love it.
From New York to DC.
My favorite.
But they don't care at all about you as a human being. Just give them their $25 and we'll be all right.
Yeah, that's my pit today.
Yeah. I thought about it, but I was like, let me not say it. I'm going to go first so I can say a bit.
No.
But yeah, all they care about is their money. So as long as you're giving them their money, it does not matter. And giving them their money for that exact trip, they don't care about nothing else.
They don't care
but you'll get here. They'll be speeding. They'll hit 90 on the charter bus for you to get right off in Chinatown, which is right around the corner.
Right.
So it's perfect.
Right. So that's like out of town.
Yeah.
Like methods of.
Because I was on Gray. You said, Mikkel said she got somewhere to be. She's not talking.
About next topic, please.
Right, okay. But go ahead.
She was going to talk about the Greyhound. Ain't that much to talk about.
I just want to say, Greyhound, I mean, if we're looking at prices, they're most of the time the most expensive.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about that at all, actually.
At all.
But okay. My bad.
Next topic.
Go ahead, my bad.
Okay, so that was like out of town type travel. Now we're talking about like in city.
It's okay.
That's Joyce's apartment, y'all.
Yeah. I don't know what it. We're just gonna give it a little bit of time.
All right. Now let's talk about like more in city like travel. We have like our Ubers and our taxis.
Yeah.
I'm not really taking taxis no more. One time I had to when my phone died. And I literally was like, what's the number on a taxi? Had somebody else call.
No taxis.
Uber over taxis every day.
Yeah, exactly. And even when it comes to Lyft, I really don't use. I feel like Lyft's a little bit more expensive unless it's like Lyft scooters. But
always
I don't
check
really.
both.
Yeah, I just go right to Uber. So then we also have, once you get in the city, we have bikes.
Yes.
We're all for the bikes.
Love
you
the
can
bikes.
hop on, hop off. It's only $8. You can go absolutely anywhere. You just got to make sure you're with the right people
Facts.
with the right people so that you can get around and everybody who's going to be like on the bike. So yeah, I'm all for the bikes.
Yeah, we talked about London a little bit, how that kind of saved our life. We got to see everything we wanted to see from those little city bikes. So I'm definitely here for the bikes. Yeah. I feel like that's something too, when my family comes in town, that's something we always do to make sure they get to see all the monuments, stuff like that. That's like a big one.
Yeah, you can plug them up and then go get them a little bit later.
Right.
Or you could just be out with them.
Right.
I like them.
Another new thing that's starting to come about are the scooters.
Yeah, I live for scooters. I probably catch scooters maybe 3 times a week.
I love it.
I literally come home, park my car, come out of the garage and go and get on a scooter.
Yeah.
It's perfect. You can find them anywhere for the most part. The worst part is probably going to the place. And like last week, I was trying to get up to Columbia Heights and I had to walk a mile. Not really. I had to walk a little bit and then by the time that I walked, because on the GPS it says the scooter's here, There was no effing scooter, so I was pissed. And then I had to walk to another scooter to get it. And granted, it's worth it when you know it's gonna be there, or you can reserve them before you walk all the way up to them. So like you're not walking up at the same time somebody else is trying to get them. But
that's nice. I didn't realize you can reserve.
Yeah, of course it's charging you, but I've never taken a trip that's over $5, and I be going miles, you know, in the city or whatever. But it's definitely worth it when you live or you're going somewhere in the city. They just don't have really like passenger space, and then trying to
somehow we still make it work.
Yeah, but we gotta, and then it's like the scooters are harder when you are doing it with people, depending on what area you're picking them up in, because finding two scooters, especially the same brand, is sometimes a challenge. But I'm all for the scooters. If y'all in DC, y'all might see me swerving through on the scooters. So
talking about. I know I had a friend come in town, and I don't live like as close as you live to the metro. So he was like, how can I come over? I was like, you can get on the metro, find a scooter, and then come over. And he was like, oh wait, like y'all actually use them practically here. I was like, oh, absolutely. I was like, people use it to get to the metro, on and off the metro to their place and stuff. I was like, it's a real thing.
Yeah, shout out to Quan. The funniest thing, which he's probably like on every episode, hey Quan, he actually listens and comments on the stuff that we say too. So we really appreciate him.
So catch on to his vibe, you know?
Yeah, take note. But Quan carries an extra long umbrella and scooters to work if he doesn't run or whatever else. But the umbrella be like clenched between his legs. But he be going to work and be getting
I feel like you can put it on top unless it's too long.
Nah, it's really long, especially if you going like
he's so extra.
Stop, his legs be like holding his umbrella. But I'm all for the scooters, love the scooters. Don't be scared, just get them. They only go up to like 25, and you'll notice like Lime bikes go a little bit faster. The Bird bikes are like a little bit slower, but I love the scooters. I always take them. It gets me there, gets me through traffic. It's super cheap. And I don't have to carpool.
15 cents a minute or something. It's super cheap.
It's like 15 cents a minute and $1 to unlock. It's very worth it. And then if you come in like into DC and you're not normally here, it's worth getting on the scooters because you get in way faster than the bikes. It's just keeping a balance, which is not hard. But trains. We did talk about trains because we can get on the like subway train or what we call the metro and stuff like that. Subway. You can get around there, and that's always like the more like sightseeing. I want to get on the train in London, or I want to do it in New York, whatever. Trying that out, and then the city bus. Did we catch a city bus anywhere? Have we caught any buses in the city?
I don't think I've ever caught a bus here. I definitely did in Pittsburgh. That was the thing. The school has a contract with the city buses, so we get to get on for free. So I definitely rode the bus in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I've probably been on the TARC.
Oh my gosh.
Transit Authority of River City.
We were really trying to like, what do the letters stand for before but if y'all know anything about me, I lived on the TARC. I'm talking 6th grade. I went to no middle and had to truck it to and from. I was going to football, going to basketball, going to dance, all of that stuff, and I was on the bus. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing. I could tell you how to get there, do anything.
I've been on the TARC maybe 3 times.
Mikhail's mom, she was like,
she was like,
what time should I pick you up?
She was like, I'll just take you guys.
I remember one time, shout out to you, Miss Stephanie.
Shout out to you.
Mikhail, remember when we like, you gonna
wait, hold on, tell me first.
But Mikhail, we left school. You remember it was like me, you, Raven.
We got on the bus?
We got on the bus after, and we went somewhere in the East End. It was on the 4th Street TARC. Yeah, and your mom.
She was having it?
She couldn't know. We couldn't tell her. Like, I just know it was like a secret.
Right. No, I definitely, there was one time, and you remember, I think it might have been our sophomore, junior year when we had the windstorm. Remember when all the lights was out?
Yes.
So the buses were still running or whatever. Right. I was out hanging out doing God knows what with God knows who.
Yes.
And so, but my mom was like, get home right now. I don't care who has to take you. And I was like, I gotta go.
Why did she cry?
I don't remember why, but I was like, I can do this, get on TARC. And I got on the TARC and rode home, and I literally hopped off the TARC, got in the house, sat down, and my mom rolled up, and I was like, whew.
Oh nah.
I was so nervous.
I remember that windstorm though, because apparently they were like, the power was knocked out, and in Newburgh they were like robbing banks and doing all kind of stuff. And lo and behold, Taylor Todd was like, come out. So I got on whatever bus that goes to Newburgh, and I remember staying off Papa Level at our friends, and even calling my mom. I was so nervous about calling her. Mind you, I I was not doing nothing at all.
Right.
They, shout out to Taylor and Tyler and the other people that we were with, were having a good old time, and I was just a saint. But I was so nervous to call my mom and ask if I could spend the night. She was like, yeah.
Right.
So I was like, all right.
But that's how you know you was guilty, though.
Yeah, right.
Can I spend the night? She's like, yeah.
For no reason.
Why?
I literally was not doing anything at all, just around.
Right.
But anyway. But yeah, the bus, we didn't really catch, maybe every once in a while we'll be on the bus. I feel like if I didn't drive so far to work or drive where I was going to work and it was like super easy, then I would definitely get on.
Oh, I wouldn't have no problem.
The bus.
I feel like it's all about the places you are, though. Like, it was like, I was at school in Pittsburgh, everybody rode the bus, so it's like a thing.
Yeah, but here, you even got to be careful with the schools, because when the schools let out, I promise you be sitting on the side of the bus, like, when the kids get on the bus.
They just so disrespectful nowadays.
Oh, nah, because you don't know what to expect from them. Be in your face like, ooh, not doing nothing at all.
These kids out here, like, I thought we were bad, though. This next generation.
No, I don't know if it's the next generation or DCPS, but they are terrible.
DCPDS, I mean, what is it? DCPS?
Just forget it. DCPDS.
Guys, I've only been here for a few months.
Right. Yeah.
But no, that's next generation, period. Bad.
Yeah.
Next level.
Yeah. And not to dampen the mood at all, but there was a story about one of the students at the high school, at Anacostia High School. I was going in for like a production meeting with the, hey, Mr. Barry, Mr. Moten.
Hey,
one of his students.
I don't know why, sorry.
But one of his students was chased home from school, so he got on the bus. Now, mind you, they don't have regular school buses unless you go to like an alternative behavior school or whatever. But everybody's on buses and trains. They have like free smart trips for the school kids. So he gets on the bus, the kids follow him on the bus and literally chase him down, and that was literally the end of his life. And I'm like, just think about being caught in the crossfire or anything like that. Like, it gets super dangerous and icky, you know. But I guess it also depends on the route you take. So wherever you're going, it might be a little bit easier.
Right. See, I luckily drive to work. I was metroing to work, but now I drive to work, and like, it's so difficult here. Like, nothing can be normal. Like, I have to find a parking garage close to my work that's in a certain price range. That, like, so I end up having to walk like 2 or 3 blocks. But it just, everything has to be a mess here. But I don't mind the metro at all.
Yeah. Just where I work, it's not worth it. When I was in between cars, I was on the metro, and of course it rained like crazy that week that I was on the bus, but it was taking me like an hour to get to work. It was taking me an hour to get to work, but normally it would only take me 13 minutes in the car, and I was like, yeah, see, I gotta get it together, No,
it ain't right there for sure. I mean, honestly, like, there's a lot of different places, you know, a lot of different ways you can get to a place. Whatever's best for you, cost efficiently, economically.
And then cost. It is. It's okay. Sounds good. But I think but it also just whatever like can allow you to see, like, explore. Right. So we took the train, or we put the train in there for a little bit when we planned our plans, because it was a straight shot. When we went to the Beyonce concert, it was super packed, but it was cool to get on the train with everybody to go to the stadium. But yeah, whatever works for you.
All right, we're gonna move into the peak and pit.
Oh yes.
We're gonna do it. The peak and pit of, like, your best means and worst means of transportation, whatever that means for you. Go.
Okay. All right. So, what is my peak? Okay, one of my peaks with traveling just recently. 2 days ago, 3 days ago. My peak was actually going with my brother, and so it's not really that bad. It started off what could have been like a pit. We both me, him, and his wife, we all got on the same flight out of the city we were coming from, and we had to transfer, we had a layover. Mine was like super short, so we ended up missing my flight. And I was kind of pissed, but then I was like, oh, I get to spend more time with my brother and stuff. But the best thing about it is we got to go to UPO. Is it UPO? Yes, UPO, which is...
Is it UPO or is it USO?
USO. I don't know. It starts with U and ends with O, but it's where the military folks, so you can be dependents, active military, all of that. But you get to go and it's just like off in the cut in the cranks of the airport, and then it's like full-blown layout couches and all of that. They got handmade, which sounds gross, but like PB&Js and like all kind of food, hot dogs, mind you, don't even eat meat, but they have everything, and it's just really cozy. And I was just like, dang, me and Mikhail been asleep, especially because you still have your ID.
I do.
Yeah, so that's like one of my favorite things when traveling is the UPO. I think it's UPO. USO.
I'm not
Y'all
sure.
know what I mean.
Right.
Either way, look it up. If you have a military ID or you are in the military, which you probably know, but register for that so that you can go in and out. They treat you like royalty, but all of the people are super cool. They're like people that volunteer, that work in there. So that's that. My pit is also on the same trip, because only 2 days ago, it was pretty short notice. My brother was like, hey, we're all meeting here, because he had to go out of town for like 6 months or whatever, out of the country. And so very last minute, we all were like, all right, we're meeting in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Everybody's going. My brother's going there. That's where his wife is. My mom and my sister and my aunt, they were all meeting. And so that morning I found out, well, I kind of had an inclination, but that morning when I was like, oh, Sunday morning, I'm going to go buy my ticket, purchase my ticket. I only did one way because they weren't responding on how long we were staying.
Right.
I get to the airport, and of course the woman was giving me so much hell through security, and I'm like, I have nothing. I'm coming for a day. She literally pulled out a Bible. Somebody pulled out a Bible, looked through, closed it, and handed me my backpack, and I was like, all right.
They about to piss me off?
No, they made me so upset, but then we get on the flight, we get there, and my sister's like, hey, mom's on her way to pick you up. So I look at my mom's location, because you know everybody be lying when they say they at the airport, but
I'm
they're
on
not
my
really
way.
there. Exactly. And so her location says 7 hours and change away, and I was so pissed because I had just landed in Jacksonville, Florida, as opposed to Jacksonville, North Carolina. So I was pretty sick. I was already having the worst day, but just to sprinkle a little bit on top, I was too far away to even think about doing
7 driving hours from your family who you thought you were about to see.
Yeah, they're picking me up at the airport, and I'm not there. So I literally texted them and was like, I'm in Florida, don't call me. Because I was like so upset.
Nasty.
Yeah, I just was like, don't even call. So they all like, laughing, being funny or whatever, but they were cool. And then I just basically had to purchase another flight, which was nothing basic about it as far as money-wise.
Yikes.
But I got there, and I was able to make it.
Things we'll do for our families.
Exactly. So that's my pick.
Okay.
You had all the time in the world.
I don't know if you told me, but I was thinking hard as hell. I'm like, what can I say?
What's your peak?
I don't know, but I got a pit for sure.
Okay.
And it was with us too, which is so funny. We were in New York visiting Taylor Montgomery. Shout out to you, Taylor. And we're coming back. We had just been in this crazy Uber, like barely making the time.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
So we were like, this Uber is like taking so long.
Oh no, this Uber, when he got there, oh, okay, my bad. Go ahead. Because I forgot.
But that's just the beginning of the story, to be all the way honest. This Uber is like going so slow. We're like, sir, like we're trying to catch a bus. Do you mind? And he was like, well, what did he say? I forgot. He said, when we get there, or I ain't nothing I can do about it, or something of that nature.
Before we remember when the Uber called? That's what I thought you was about to say.
Oh no,
what did
he say?
First of all, we thought that was the end of our finesse era, because when he finally got to us, Mikhail dropped her iPad.
Oh, I sure did.
So we got in the Uber, had to stop the car.
So I was like, you know how when you get somewhere, you start, like, make sure my phone, let me make sure I got my wallet, let me make sure I got this, and this. And I'm looking and I'm like, something, I ain't got something. I know it. I'm not feeling it. So I'm looking, I'm like, can't find my iPad. So I'm like, stop the car.
Ran back.
Went back into Taylor's room. I'm looking around, can't find it. I'm like, well, maybe it's an L. And I come back, I literally step over it. It was in the street, in the middle of the street.
Just dumb. Sitting on the stoop.
So that's number one.
Yes.
So this man's driving slow. We're like, sir, we have to make a bus.
He was letting people in. She was like, oh, you're so nice. Because he was letting cars go in front of us and stuff.
He was not catching my vibe at all. Wasn't being serious. He was like, so we were like, we gotta catch a bus. Like, can you pick it up just a little bit or whatever? He said something, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was like, ain't nothing I can do about it. We get to the expressway, this man hits 90.
Literally was like.
So we're like, okay, that's annoying that you just acted like that you were about to go fast and all of a sudden you hit 90. But we get there. We in line. Joyce jumped across the street, get some food, curveball.
Of course.
And I'm looking at the dates on my phone.
You called me. Like,
no, you walked up and I was like, I got some bad news.
Oh, I thought you called was like, don't be mad. Okay.
So I was like, I got some bad news. You were like, what? And then nothing phased you. And I was like, this ticket is for tomorrow on this bus.
No, you got it for the day before, I think.
Was it the day before? Oh, with the first
yes.
So I got it for the day before, so it had expired already. So the man's coming by, so I'm like, I'm gonna just see what he's gonna do. So I put my phone out there, and he's looking at it again, and I'm like, shoot. He's like, this was for yesterday. And I was like,
but we're here now.
Right.
There's no way we could get there and get
you
back.
can tell that it hasn't been like signed, scanned, or anything. And he was like, nope. And we already told you about the Chinatown bus. They don't care.
None given.
At all. So I'm like, my bad. So I'm like, all right. I was like, don't trip. I got you. I'm just gonna buy us this one right now. So I spent like $60, bought us the bus ticket or whatever. I look at it to give it to him, and he was like, oh, this is for tomorrow.
The dummy bought, not only, she bought it first, and they was like, nope, you gotta buy it again, then bought it for the wrong time again.
I almost cried.
I'd like to report a stolen card because I'm not doing this. Not at all.
That was so
But that wasn't the end of it, and they still were tripping. So Mikhail had to go, and I think
you want to get cash out of the thing.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, but there's seats on this bus. Can you let us on if we give you cash? And they're like, yeah. So Joyce went and got cash from the thing, and I literally was like, salty.
Why is this? Right.
But yeah,
sometimes that's why why I shouldn't wait until the last minute.
Right. And also, like, we always talk about like that we're decent finessers, so like, but we have to do stuff like that to humble us.
Yeah. Every once in a while, it's like, you know what? That's what we get.
We needed that. We needed that.
Yeah. Do you have any peaks?
Well, I was thinking about a peak. Yes. We didn't really get to talk about rental cars a lot, but that is a means of transportation, obviously. Did we talk about Panama? How we got to Panama on the last episode? Just that like.
No, we didn't talk about how.
So we, for our high school spring break, we rented a 8-passenger Suburban.
What were we doing? We weren't even 18.
Correct.
Or we maybe we were like doing logistics.
Right. We had gas planned out for all 8 girls. Like, you know, how much to
talk about. Bring your money in a baggie and bring it in small bills.
We literally like have some 1s, have some 5s. So there was 8 of us. So like, you know how those Suburbans are. Like they say 8, but like that means the trunk space is like this.
Oh, okay.
So I guess my peak was like we actually put our luggage on top of the truck.
Yeah.
And we strapped it on.
Me and Mikhail, yeah, of everybody. We literally were on top of the trunk, like wrapping the tarp.
We were like, who's daddy got tarp? We got you know your daddy got tarp. Somebody's daddy.
Somebody's daddy.
Somebody's daddy got tarp, right? No. Why? We went to Home Depot, got some tarp.
Somebody's daddy has it.
And then, you know, one of y'all's daddy got the little bungee cords.
You really saying one of y'all's daddies?
No, I think, you know, I came with 3 bungee cords. So we got on top of the truck and we drove down to Panama City. I thought, you know, you having that time with your friends or whatever, and taking 12-hour trips.
Yeah, stopping for whatever.
Did we drive it all?
I was like, what's on
my bad. Did we drive it all? I know we shifted a little bit.
I feel like I would have, but I don't think I
definitely would have, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either.
But yes, that's my peak. That time you get to have on your friends on the road trips.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got any quotes?
Today's quote is,
when life takes you on a road trip,
wear your seatbelt.
Wear your seatbelt. Click it or ticket.
Speaking of which, real quick, y'all, my bad. My bad. So one time, it was Mikhail driving. I was behind Mikhail. I think Dominique was in the back seat with me, and Tierra was in the front seat. Big old hungry Mikhail was eating a 4-pack of little peanut butter crackers.
4-pack? It wasn't even 8.
While we were in high school. Goofy self threw out the pack. Matter of fact, earlier I said, y'all, put on y'all seatbelt.
I don't think my mom's ever heard this story.
Tierra, shout out to you, Tierra. Tierra was like, I'm good. I'm a G. Like, making all kind of jokes. Then put her seatbelt on in the passenger seat.
Right.
Mikhail throws the candy out, the wrapper out.
police directly behind us.
Yep.
I think I saw I was in high school, thought I was cute, driving.
And Tiara was over there like,
right,
trying to put on her seatbelt, knowing. So Tiara got, I think, a ticket for not wearing her seatbelt as a passenger.
Right.
Mikhail we originally got pulled over apparently because of the paper that went out the window. Then she didn't have her license or anything, checking the trunk like, I know it's here somewhere.
Looking stupid.
Looking goofy. We just sitting in the car. I'm just in the back like, don't want to listen to me.
Right.
But my job's probably spooked. Right.
It's happy as hell that we got pulled over.
Exactly. But yeah, talk about travel.
Yeah.
Anyway, wear your seatbelt.
Yeah. Take her ticket. All right, that's all we got. Speaking of, we both have on Nike shirts.
Yeah, I know. We
didn't do that on purpose, or we're not lame.
Okay. Huh? Out there, because y'all sometimes be.
Y'all do be.
I know y'all think we look super comfortable.
Purple.
Yeah, right. I have nothing. Anyway, shout out to Obi. Happy B-Day, Obi. He's having a Nike
Checks Over Stripes birthday party.
Yeah, so we getting ready to go and have a good time.
That's such a good idea. I was saying, I wish I had like a large group of friends so I can throw a cool birthday party like that.
I'd be there like, got my Nikes.
Like Joyce and Dominique are here, right. My mom.
Right.
And my grandma and the kids, and that's it.
I'm so weak. But yeah, shout out to you. Happy B-Day.
Happy B-Day, Obi. All right, well, it's Saturday afternoon, and we gotta go.
Yeah, tune in next Thursday after next.
Right.
For the next episode.
All right, peace.